John, well, I'm wondering, who do you think's going to win between...
Doug. You know something, Doug?
What?
I'm tired of you bullying me.
What?
I'm tired of you bullying me. You know, that whole... You read what was going on with... Okay, when I first heard the whole Ricky Incognito thing... Oh, yeah, okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Yes, once again, you're listening to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. Doug the Bully on Santa Clara's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And it's not really something to joke about, Doug. This whole Ricky Incognito thing. When I first heard that, I thought maybe somebody like sent some emails under a fake name. I forgot that the guy's name is actually Ricky Incognito. But is it culture? Is it an isolated incident?
I think from what I'm hearing and from what I know and being around sports, some of it is culture. It's just like when my son was a private in the Army, you know.
Yeah, you get bullied, but then
where do you draw the line?
Where's the line?
What I get confused at, his teammates are saying that it was nothing out of line and that they thought the two guys were good friends, and I'm confused, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's you know. Then you hear people call it, you know, Jonathan Martin soft, the guy who was bullied, soft, and the problem is, you know, everybody's got to be so careful with what they say nowadays, which it's a whole other issue. But you know, then you get people who sit there and go, oh, well, he's a victim, but he's not a victim. You know, so I don't know. Do we have Mr. Football on the line yet? No, Mr. Football still? All right, Doug, it's you and me, baby. So, game last night.
Wait, we don't have our expert. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Wait, can we talk college a little bit?
Let's talk last night.
If I'm a betting man, I would have bet the house on Oregon against Stanford last night.
Good thing you're not a betting man.
I
You'd
know.
be homeless and getting a government check.
Don't
get me started on it.
Astonished at how Stanford dominated Oregon. Just when I saw Oregon in every game before that, they looked unbeatable. I thought they had a clear path to the national championship game against Alabama.
Yeah, I was thinking
no
Oregon,
more.
Alabama, and the problem is with it and guess who's seeing it in the NFL? Chip Kelly. He's got the same speed, the same idea. Oh, let's run fast. Let's get big guys. Blah 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 blah. And what happens is you get a team like Stanford, an experienced defense. I think I called them older earlier. They're actually more experienced defense. You got big guys up front,
huge,
and you know you're going to be able to push Oregon all over the field. That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
I think.
I
saw it coming.
I mean, I wasn't as much surprised as Stanford's offense success against their defense, but the way they shut down Oregon.
Well, the defense, I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. As a matter of fact, people I was watching with, I told them, you know, if you're going to bet, take Oregon or take Stanford in the under, because the under was. I mean, people thought it was going to be a track.
That's what I thought.
I was stunned when I thought it was going to be maybe 24. You know, I didn't think 26-0.
And the other game that surprised me last night, we don't have time to get into it, was the way Baylor handled Oklahoma.
Oh, Baylor's a good team.
Wow.
But Baylor's, you know, they're playing slower teams a lot of times, and it's just all speed with Baylor. I watched some of that game too.
Yeah,
some of that game too.
So I heard our expert finally joined us,
Mr. Football.
Yeah, hey, guys.
We're gonna have to dock his pay.
There you go.
Hey guys.
So, Mr. Football, tell Doug that I was right about that game last night, Stanford, Oregon.
Yes, you know, before they went onto the field, David Shaw said they were going to try to run it down right through Oregon's throat. So, and did that, they did.
Yeah.
I think they got lucky at the end with that blocked field goal.
Right.
I almost pulled. You remember Kirk Gibson home run? Everybody remembers that.
Sure.
Remember the guy with the traffic, and you see the brake lights leaving? Well, that was me. I was watching the game with some friends, and I decided, 26-0. I'm pretty much out of here. And I'm gone. Oh, they scored. Big deal. Okay, I'll listen to the rest of the radio in the car. They score again. I'm like, I shouldn't have left. They score again. Dang it. So I'm going to miss this. I'm going to have to listen to it on the radio. So it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time. And it's football.
Yes, sir.
You saw the standings, right?
I did.
See what I did? I was on vacation, and you almost caught me. If I was really paying attention, I was on Key West picking time. I was picking my games at a bar, Doug, on a beach. And
I was here with Brian from Mark and Brian's show.
Yeah, that worked out well. But Mr. Football's an expert, and I could beat him with one hand tied behind my back, basically.
And you know what?
Oh.
I'm excited to see what kind of moves Doug made this week.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could talk about Doug.
No, let's talk about football.
Big game.
Mr. Football, I am still kind of bored with the NFL. Help me.
I'm right there with you. The injury list keeps going and going and going. Arian Foster will be likely to be put on IR with Ben Tate banged up carrying the load. It's just the amount of season-ending injuries there are. I think adds to how boring the season is.
Yeah.
I think
the most exciting
teams
topic.
are underplaying and teams are overplaying their capabilities. It's a whole mess.
The most exciting topic is bullying. It's like, really? Come on, guys.
With Aaron Rodgers going down, I mean, it kind of makes that the North Division. Remember how they used to dominate in the West? I mean, in the NFL, NFC? And it's going to be just a mediocre. It's like the East. Look at the NFC East.
Oh,
it used to be the king of divisions.
Yeah, it's awful.
And now a team that's 500 or less than, it could be one of the things like Seattle a few years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody could go 7-9 and make the playoffs.
And don't count the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They could come
That's how
back.
awful it is.
Yeah.
the Giants. 0-6 to start, could still make the playoffs. Ugh,
Yeah.
it's hideous. That's why. But it's parody. I blame parody. But hey, Mr. Football, can you stick on till after the break? We got to make our picks.
Yep.
All right. Once again, the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John and Mr. Football on Santa Clarita's hometown station AM 1220. We'll be right back with our picks.